All right, so we're diving deep today into the world of a Japanese language instructor.
Okay.
This was pretty interesting. We're calling her Asahi Sensei.
Right.
And we're going to learn about her through her profile.
Mm-hmm.
But get this. The whole thing's in Chinese.
Oh, wow.
So that adds a whole other layer to it.
It does.
It's like, how much does that tell us about her teaching style?
I think it tells us a lot, actually.
Okay, how so?
Well, right off the bat,
Yeah.
she's describing herself as like this sweet New Yorker,
Sweet New Yorker.
but she's also a wife
Okay.
living in Japan,
Yes.
and she teaches English to elementary school students there.
Wow.
She even specializes in like correcting Japanese accents
Oh, interesting.
when people are speaking English.
That's
Yeah,
fascinating.
you can see she's got all these different influences going on.
It's like she's bridging two worlds.
Exactly.
Do you think all of that, the New Yorker thing,
Yeah.
the wife, the English teacher in Japan, like, does that make her a better Japanese teacher?
I think it has to.
Okay, why?
I mean, just imagine living in another culture,
Right.
dealing with those language barriers firsthand.
Uh-huh.
You got to have a lot of empathy for your students.
Yeah, that's true.
And teaching those little kids, elementary school,
Yeah.
you need a lot of patience, creativity.
Just-
You got to keep things fun.
Yeah.
And those are skills that translate to any student.
Okay, so it's not just about knowing the language.
Right.
It's about knowing how to teach it.
Absolutely.
And speaking of knowing Asahi Sensei, she's taught everyone,
Oh, yeah.
students from 2 to 75 years old,
Wow.
over 300 lessons
That's amazing.
from toddlers to retirees.
She must be very adaptable.
But how do you even teach a toddler and then switch to a senior citizen?
It takes talent for sure.
It really does.
And a lot of different techniques.
Okay, but here's the thing
Yeah.
that really caught my eye.
What's that?
Asahi Sensei says her students naturally remember what they learn.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
mean, isn't forgetting vocabulary like the biggest struggle
For everyone.
for everyone learning a language?
Yeah, it's a huge pain point.
So what's her secret?
Well, if you look closer at her profile,
Okay.
she doesn't just like throw a textbook at you
Right.
before even starting.
Uh-huh.
She sits down with each student
Oh, really?
to talk about their interests and goals.
Interesting.
So maybe you love pop culture,
oh,
or maybe you're going on a business trip to Japan.
Uh-huh.
She tailors the whole thing.
So it's like a totally customized experience.
It is.
But what about the actual teaching? Like, how does she do it?
She uses something she calls a unit-based conversational method.
Okay, what is that?
So instead of just memorizing lists of words, you learn through conversations.
Interesting.
And it all ties back to your goals.
Give me an example.
So let's say you're learning for travel.
Mm-hmm.
She might have a unit on ordering food or asking directions.
Okay.
And you learn the words and grammar you need for that
That makes a lot of sense.
because you can see how you'll use it.
Right. It's not just random vocabulary.
Exactly.
Now, she also really emphasizes pronunciation,
Uh-huh.
which I imagine is super important in Japanese.
Oh, it's crucial.
Why is that?
Well, Japanese has these tiny nuances
Uh-huh.
that can totally change the meaning.
Oh, wow.
So if you say it wrong,
Yeah.
people might misunderstand you completely.
Okay, so good pronunciation is key.
Definitely.
Now it looks like she's got even more strategies.
She does.
She changes her approach based on who she's teaching.
Right.
Like for kids,
Mm-hmm.
she uses games and fun materials
Yeah.
to make it more like play.
It's all about fostering their language sense.
Oh, that's smart.
And for beginners,
Yeah.
she's got special methods to help them remember the basics.
Okay, like what?
Well, imagine you're learning those tricky Japanese particles.
Like wa and ga.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are hard.
Instead of just explaining them,
Mm-hmm.
she might create a visual game where you have to match the particle with its function.
So it's more interactive.
Right.
That's really cool.
And for people who are prepping for job interviews,
Oh, yeah.
she focuses on more professional language.
And what about people who just want to chat with friends or travel?
For them,
Yeah.
she does these thematic conversation classes.
Oh, nice.
Lots of real-life dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
questions and answers.
And they get to practice a lot,
They do.
so they can use it when they travel or whatever.
It's all about practical application.
That's awesome.
Whether you're going for fluency
Right.
or you just want to order some ramen.
Without looking like a total tourist.
Exactly.
So she really does cover a lot of different needs.
She does.
Oh, and one last thing.
Yeah.
She offers a 25-minute trial lesson.
That's great.
So you can chat with her,
Mm-hmm.
figure out your level,
Uh-huh.
and see if you like her style.
It's like a test drive before you buy the car.
Exactly.
You can see if she's a good fit for you.
So we've learned a lot about Asahi Sensei today.
We have?
She brings all these different things to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Cultural insights, personalized learning, and she wants to make Japanese fun.
It sounds like it.
So what do you think stood out to you the most?
That's a good question.
Was it the focus on conversation?
I don't know.
Or maybe those tailored strategies for different learners?
It's hard to choose.
Or how about her thing about helping people naturally remember the language?
That is pretty intriguing.
It is.
I wonder how she does it.
Me too.
I might have to try one of those trial lessons.
I think I might too.
It would be interesting to see which of those methods would work best for me.
Yeah, for me too.
It really makes you think about how you learn best
It does.
and what kind of teacher would be the right fit.
Exactly. So it's not just about the language itself.
Right.
It's about finding the right approach
Absolutely.
and the right teacher.
Yeah,
I guess that's something for everyone to think about
it is.
before they start their own Japanese language journey. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
Until next time, happy learning.
Bye.
Bye.